And first phase of elections have kicked off in 2 states in Assam and West Bengal. 18 constituencies in West Bengal and 65 in Assam are at stake today in the month-long election process to elect new governments. In Bengal, TMC faces a tough challenge from the Congress left combined, and there is also the BJP, which is looking to make major inroads, while Assam's 3-time Chief Minister Tarun Gogoi is striving hard to retain power. Now, West Bengal's first phase of polling is presently underway. 18 constituencies of the 294-seat Legislative Assembly is going to polls in the first phase of 6-phase elections in the state. After heavy campaigning by the TMC, Congress and the left, elections are being held in West Bengal's Maoist-affected areas today. In phase 1, 133 candidates are trying their luck in the districts of West Midnapur, Purulia and Bankura. Out of the 18 constituencies, voting in 13 will end as early as 4 p.m. due to security considerations.
After going through many polling stations in Bankura, one thing we have realized that women has come in much. The participation of women is higher than men. ছেলেরা কি কম আসছে?
ছেলেরা কাজে গেছে হয়তো সবাই। আমাদের এই পাশে গরিবের সংখ্যা খুব বেশি, সবাই কাজে গেছে। যেমন আমার স্বামী বাইরে পড়ে থাকে কাজের জন্য, দুটো ভাতের জন্য। হ্যাঁ, আমাদের দুটো চালও পাইনি আমরা।
দুটো চালও পাইনি।
মিলটা যে হয়েছে সেটাও আমরা পাইনি। 3টা বাচ্চা সংসার চালাতে পারছি না। Ito case আমাদের এই পাশে।
Schemes that the state government has offered in the last few months, particularly rice at ₹2 per kg, and that's why they say that they're aggrieved and they're going to exercise their right to vote. Reporting from Saringa with Sanjay Chaudhary, Anindya Banerjee for India Today.
Joining us live at this moment from Purulia in West Bengal is Amir Haq. In our studios right here we have India Today's executive editor Javed Ansari, as well as Rajdeep Sardesai joins us, our consulting editor, India Today's consulting editor, also joining us on this broadcast. Let me quickly get a ground report at this moment from Amir Haq. Amir, polling, as we saw Anindo's report over there, mostly women participating at this moment, huge participation from women. You are in Purulia at this moment. Explain to us the voting that is happening at this moment.
Well, Sanket, the voting out here in Purulia has been absolutely smooth. About 22.5% on an average polling was reported across Purulia till about 9 a.m. this morning. And also, since it's very hot around this time of the year in Purulia, especially because this is a very dry and arid place, maximum number of people had turned up quite early as 6:30 in the morning. We perhaps we'll see a little lull around noon and afternoon, but polling is expected and voting is expected to pick up around late afternoon. Also, since in these areas, especially the urban areas of Purulia and Midnapur as well as Bankura, the polling will go on till 6 p.m. So definitely we expect a good voting percentage to come out as around this time.
Absolutely. Amir Haq, do stay on with us. Rajdeep, as far as the polling is concerned, this time around it has been divided in 6 phases, and phase number 1 also has been broken up in 2 parts. Obviously, the Election Commission not leaving anything to chance at this moment. Security is of paramount importance as this massive exercise is being conducted. But politically, and I've been meaning to ask you this question, what the Congress as well as others did to stop the Modi juggernaut in the state of Bihar in the form of a Mahagathbandhan, it seems that in West Bengal, other political parties are trying to do that to TMC. In Assam, other political parties are doing that to Congress. It's not the first time this is happening, that Mahagathbandhan have happened, but perhaps political parties have now taken the cue. Mahagathbandhan, the need of the hour, if you want to take on a formidable opponent.
Look, Mahagathbandhans across the country, you're even seeing one possibly in Tamil Nadu. But the fact is that I think political parties recognize that arithmetic matters at the end of the day in elections. So, for example, if the left and the Congress had fought separately in West Bengal, their votes would get split, and Mamta, who is in power, would be the obvious beneficiary. If the BJP did not tie up with the AGP in Assam, their vote could be split. The beneficiary could be the Congress. So arithmetic is necessitating or is driving parties to strike these Gadbandhan deals. And this is not the first time that this has happened. This has happened in the past as well. However, the question is that along with arithmetic, you also need an element of chemistry on the ground. Now, will the Congress and the CPM workers on the ground work effectively together? There's been a big question mark on that. Importantly, will the Congress voter switch his vote and loyalty to the CPM and vice versa? There's a question mark on that. Even on the ground in Assam, we have seen that AGP and BJP workers have at times been at loggerheads with each other. There have been battles over tickets, over seats. Rebels, independents have been fighting. So there is the arithmetic, I think, which is necessitating driving these alliances. But winning an election is not just about arithmetic. It requires an element of chemistry as well. Now, is the chemistry really going to work in Bengal for this Congress left alliance, a marriage of convenience? And look at the irony of it. Paradoxically, while Rahul Gandhi has stitched this alliance in Bengal, in Kerala, the left and the Congress are at are fighting tooth and nail for to get power in Kerala. So you've got contradictions. It's not going to be easy. Let's be clear. Mamta Banerjee scored a huge victory in 2011. She was dominant in 2014. She benefited from that divided vote. It does give the Congress and the left some chance to stall the Mamta juggernaut, but we don't know whether it will be enough. On the other hand, in Assam, I think the BJP knows that it has the advantage. It wants to consolidate that advantage by bringing the AGP on its side, and the Congress can only hope that somehow or the other it is able to retain its traditional strongholds in Lower Assam and thereby give a real fight to the BJP-led combined. So yes, these alliances are perhaps the order of the day, but just because they worked so wonderfully well for Nitish and Lalu and the Congress in Bihar doesn't mean that they can be replicated by other parties in other parts of the country.
Absolutely. Javed, would you agree to that assessment? Because, see, one part is to cobble up a sort of a Gadbandhan. It's another thing to actually make it work on the ground.
Yes, but the only, my only point of difference with Rajdeep is that this is an alliance which has not been thrust top down. This is an alliance which has come largely out of necessity, largely prepared by their survival instincts from the ground. The left as well as the Congress workers in Bengal have pushed their leaderships to have nudged their leadership to come together, because they realize that this is the only factor which gives them a fighting chance. Because if they contest separately, the writing is on the wall. Mamta would have even, if not done better, certainly retained the number of seats that she had. Now it gives these two a fighting chance, brings home the possibility of these parties retaining their foothold. And reports coming in, of course the final results will be out when they're out, but reports coming in do suggest that this alliance is drawing some traction on the ground.
Okay. Let's shift to the other state, other relevant and important state, and as Rajdeep mentions, the most difficult to predict, Assam. Voting has started in 65 constituencies in Assam as part of the first phase of assembly elections. The fate of around 539 candidates who are in the fray for the first phase of polls will be decided by 95 lakh voters. This is the most crucial phase for ruling Congress, which is contesting all the 65 constituencies, while BJP is contesting 52 in the first phase. Three-time Chief Minister of Assam, Tarun Gogoi, is looking for a fourth term in the state. He cast his vote at Jorhat this morning. Giving him competition will be BJP's Chief Ministerial candidate, Sarvanand Sonowal. The BJP is fielding 54 candidates, while its alliance partner, the AGP, has 11. Congress is fielding 65 candidates and the AIUDF has 21.
टाइम हमारा परफॉर्मेंस, हमारा रिजल्ट अच्छा होगा दिस टाइम, बिकॉज मोदी का भी देख रहा है आज मोदी जो असम का हम जो क्वेश्चन कर रहा है, जो असम को डिप्राइव कर रहा है, वो आंसर क्यों नहीं दे रहा है?
वो कह रहे हैं बांग्लादेशी वोटर्स की राजनीति
हम नहीं कर रहा है, एक को बांग्लादेश हम रहने को नहीं देगा, वो राजनीति कर रहा है, वो सब असम का मुस्लिम का वो बांग्लादेशी बोल रहा है, तो हाय तो क्यों छुप रहा है वो? व्हाई ही इज साइलेंट लास्ट 2 years? What is Home Minister is doing if Assam is full of Bangladesh? Is it not his responsibility to detect?
I think the expectations are that, the people will vote in for a strong government. If you see the various polls, our party still remains to be the largest party. After the 2014 polls, to many it's come as a surprise that the party at the center, which had such, saw the peak of its popularity, within 2 years has seen such a vast change. So that just gives you a sense of the public mood in Assam. And I'm quite confident that they would vote in a manner that only takes Assam forward.
Let's quickly go across to Rajdeep Sardesai. Rajdeep, you had in fact said in an earlier broadcast that of all the state assembly elections, this one is going to be the most difficult to predict politically. Of your years of experience, why do you come to that deduction, this conclusion? Because what almost appears at this moment is Mr. Tarun Gogoi is very happy. If you listen to his assessment, he says that, look on the other side. That same point of chemistry, there are so many political parties who will pull one another in different directions that is going to be a khichdi sarkar.
Look, the fact is that demographically, Assam at the moment is a divided state. The part which is going to the polls today, Upper Assam, is a part where the BJP will expect to do very well. The Barak Valley and Lower Assam is where the Congress will expect to do better. It also depends on religious compositions. The entire issue of the migrant voter, illegal migration plays a greater part in one part of Assam, perhaps resonates less in another. You've got a government which has been in power for 15 years. There is an element of anti-incumbency that Mr. Gogoi is facing. We saw what happened in 2014 where the BJP made huge strides in Assam. The nature of this alliance that has been now shaped along with the AGP gives the BJP some reason to believe that they can actually make a major breakthrough in Assam, have a government for the first time. Then you have the X factor in Assam, which is the AIDUF, the party of Badruddin Ajmal, which claims in a way to be standing for the Bengali-speaking Muslims, but which has been made the target of attack by the BJP-led combine. So you've got a very... in a relatively small state with 126 seats, you have demographic differences, you have a very sharply contested, surcharged political atmosphere. You've got that canny old war horse in Tarun Gogoi, and you've got a BJP which desperately wants to make a breakthrough here. This is the one election where the BJP and Narendra Modi have put a lot of stress on, because if they can win Assam, then it might offset some of the disappointments that they faced in 2015. But if they lose Assam, after the remarkable performance of the 2014 elections, then this will be a major setback for the BJP. So there's lots at stake for the BJP in particular this time in Assam. The best I believe that Tarun Gogoi can hope for is a hung assembly, and then in a post-election scenario, you look to cobble together some kind of a arrangement. But it is the BJP which believes it has the advantage and which also has the most at stake this time in Assam.
Absolutely. That's a very significant point, Rajdeep. And Javed, we'll take an opinion from you also. This is the closest for the BJP to realize or, come close to power. Because if you look at other states, cobbling up a simple majority is something which they will... It's not conceivable. Here in Assam, perhaps, they can smell victory the closest if they actually go ahead and do it.
Yeah. They are in with a chance primarily because there's been 15 years of anti-incumbency. There's been erosion in the Congress party's ranks. So you're right in saying that this is the best chance. If there was a chance, if there ever was a chance for the BJP to do well,
absolutely. If you look at the states, Kerala, BJP forming a government possibility next to non-existent. Tamil Nadu next to non-existent. West Bengal, many would argue next to non-existent. However, they're really hopeful. Assam then becomes perhaps their big rallying point. And to undo what happened in 2015.
Look, you can't do one state victory cannot undo what happened in Bihar and what happened in Delhi. But having said that, yes, this will be a big boost to them. If they win Assam, there's something that they can crow about legitimately.
Absolutely. Let's getting a perspective from the ground. We've got Manugya Loiwal joining us. Manugya, you're in Jorhat at this moment. You interviewed Tarun Gogoi, Gaurav Gogoi. What's the feeling among the constituency that matters the most in an election? The voters.
Well, I put it this way. It's a two-day match. Today, the first ODI is being played with BJP batting first, and a crucial match that they want to win at every and any cost. Within the T20 season, I would put it this way, that it's not just about the two political parties fighting it out, but also the other wicket keepers and the bowlers that are there in the team. Call it the BPF, call it the AIUDF, or you call it AGP in the BJP alliance. So interestingly, this is for the first time that Tarun Gogoi is facing a stiff competition from a face that has been pitched in by BJP. However, they need to realize that it's not just about one face, but also the anti-incumbency factor that has been working in Upper Assam. Now, Upper Assam has been known for its very strong values, culture, as well as the fact that they have been extremely united as far as the Ahomya genre that will be voting this time. Now, this will be the deciding factor for BJP also. However, we need to understand that Tarun Gogoi himself is a candidate from Titaboard, a strong constituency for him. Jorhat, he's voted, and interestingly, Majuli, which happens to be a river island from where Sarvanand Sonowal is contesting, on whether they will be able to sink or sail through, it would be interesting to watch.
How much of the might, political might, has the central leadership of BJP actually put behind Mr. Sarvanand Sonowal, Manugya?
A lot, but unlike Bihar, they haven't tried to do that mistake. Maybe because of the number of seats that are different in Bihar and the political strategy that has been failure in Bihar, they didn't want to resonate the same here in Assam. Very cautious, very tactical, and the advantage that they have is someone who has been a strategist in Congress, Hemanta Biswa Sarma, who switched loyalties and joined BJP and has been one of the most crucial strategists in the party. He knows Congress in and out. He knows their advantages, disadvantages, their strength and their weaknesses, and that is what is being as an advantage point and the vantage point for BJP. So it would be an interesting fight to watch on not just about someone whom BJP has an advantage of and whom Congress has been terming as Vibhishan of the party.
Okay. Manugya Loiwal, many thanks for joining us, as well as Rajdeep Sardesai and Javed Ansari on this big political coverage right here on India Today. Two very crucial state assembly elections kick-starting.
Okay, we're getting in news that the Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal did attend the NIA officers' last rites, and when he did arrive, the locals started demanding compensation. We are also getting to...
Footwork correct. Hi, this is Kohli, very Kohli.